Listen up. I find your lack of faith very disturbing, SJWs. If you do not stop this nonsense of political correctness, I will find you and I will destroy you as I have done all the other Jedis before me. I am very serious about this. This SJW and now Lando Calrissian being a pansexual is disturbing in the Force, and I will have none of it. Zwazzle, you find me, the Vader, Darth Vader, to be a fool? I will find every last one of you and I will lash you down with my lightsaber if you don't bring back my Star Wars! Bring it back! I'm not playing! Hold on. Your destiny lies with me. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another one of the greatest of all time, TJ and MJ. Spin your dollar or save your dollar movie review. Come on in and listen to what we gotta say about the movie of the day. Woo! It's ready to roll! Let's rock!
Woo! Soul Train suckers! That's right, I'm a stormtrooper today, and today we got some shiz to put down on the law. Stormtroopers are announcing. Wait a minute. Was my mic prepared? My mic wasn't even prepared. I'm sorry. That's right. TJ and MJ spin your dollar, save your dollar movie review. We're here with Darth Vader today. What's cracking, Vader? All right, dog. I'm glad you up in the mix and everything, because me and Vader, we got a little bone to pick about this whole. You got it. Do I even have to say it? This right here. Lando Calrissian, a pansexual. What? Are you? What? Okay, I need a pause. I need a pause moment. Hold up a second. Okay. All right. I think I'm back in the mix now. Okay, so, yeah. My brother right here, Lando Calrissian. Okay. So, yeah, we're finding out now that Mr. Lando here all of a sudden has a sexual preference. We're going to go into the whole. Everybody else is talking about this right now. You got Geeks and Gamers put it out there. John Talks Star Wars, SC Reviews. All our people out there. This whole thing is starting to become ridiculous with Star Wars, you guys. Sorry, Vader, that this had to go down like this, dog. I don't know how it came down to this, dog. I don't know how it came down to this. Okay, anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna get down to the real deal here. Let's get real, people. Now, I go old school, and as you guys always know, TJQUaKe, the Ghetto Gamer, here with TJ and MJ's, movie review, spin your dollar, save your dollar. We definitely, after this news has come out, and I'm kind of late in the coming on these news. I should have came out with this video a while ago when it first came out, about maybe what was it, about four days ago, a week ago, or something like that, when this whole Lando pansexual thing came out. It's quite crazy. Let's just get real quick to the article that brings this up, and before I start getting into my rant on this whole thing. So here it is. This was on MovieWeb, as you all know. MovieWeb comes out. It has all the ins and outs of what's going on in these movies and stuff, and the writers and stuff like that. Well, this is supposedly I believe what's his name? Kevin. Here it is, Kevin Berwick. Okay, have we enough of this dude? Okay, he's a writer, but anyway. So here he goes, right here. There has been some talk about Lando Calrissian's sexuality in Solo after droid L337 jokes that Lando and Han are flirting in some promotional footage. What? When? I'm going to hold my stuff. I'm going to hold my flow. Let's get back to the article here. Because this is getting stupider and stupider. Okay, so let's get back to that article right there. So, yeah. Daggum, I'm losing my place here. Okay. So Han, jokes that Lando and Han are flirting in some promotional footage. Donald Glover's portrayal of the young Lando has also been a hot topic of debate, with many claiming that he is being overly flirty in the footage that has been seen so far. While the character's sexuality isn't explicitly addressed in Solo, writers Jonathan and Lawrence Kasdan have decided to shed some light on the subject, basically confirming that he's pansexual. Now, for all you guys who don't know what pansexual is, let me give you a little definition on that. We'll just bring that on up here for you on that pansexual thing here. Let's just go ahead and do that right there. So, pansexual, okay, is the sexual, romantic, and emotional attraction towards people regardless of their sex or gender identity. Pansexual people may refer to themselves as gender blind, asserting that gender and sex are not determining factors in their romantic or sexual attraction to others. Pansexuality may be considered a sexual orientation in its own right or a branch of bisexuality. Yeah. In other words, though, but see, with pansexuals, people, they can like anything. They can get into in Lando's situation here, peoples. They can pretty much get into anything like I don't know. Maybe I want to have sex with Darth Vader here. This little plastic, action figure here. Oh, I love you, Darth Vader, and that would be my thing. That would be my thing. That's just a pansexual. They can be into anything, into another man, into a woman, and all these different things, because they're everything now. Pansexuals. Funny, I don't really recall that being Lando's thing in Empire Strikes Back and everything, and Billy D. Williams, and we're going to get into all that because we're going to break down this whole thing. And this is not that I'm going to start off with this by saying this, you guys. This is not a jab or being, hating on, pansexuals, homosexuals, gay people, straight people, whatever, and everything. This is not a hate or any of that kind of so forth. Trust me, I ain't tripping on that kind of stuff. What I'm tripping on is how they're trying to throw this SJW stuff, and they're trying to create this facade or this persona of all of our old characters and change what they originally were into something that they want to have now, which is all this SJW stuff now, and now they want to freaking twist the stories up and freaking put in their own little flow when that wasn't the case when this first started. It's kind of like all these movies now that are coming out where you got all these kind of like some of these Netflix that are going back into like history movies, and all the European guys now are being played by black people. All the black people in certain African type movies are being played by white people. They're trying to flip the script so they can make this diversity thing, and it's completely destroying history. That's my problem with any of this stuff. It's completely going out of bounds. But let's go back to the freaking article before I get into all this craziness, because I'm going on this rant. Okay, so and we only got so much time. So here we go. So again, Jonathan Lawrence, whatever, and all that. In the upcoming Solo, Donald Glover's overly flirty Lando doesn't really limit himself to one gender or even species, for that matter, which has been confirmed by Jonathan Kasdan. In the recent interview, Kasdan was asked point blank if Lando was pansexual. First of all, whoever brings that up and everything, he had this to say: I would say yes. There's a fluidity to Donald Glover and Billy D's portrayal of Lando's sexuality. Okay, I'm going to just stop it right there, because you just brought in my boy Billy D. Williams, my brother. Billy D. Williams. You know what Billy D. Williams, why he was put into that movie? Because of Billy D's personality and his character vibe in movies before that. You know, Lady Sings the Blues with Diana Ross. And few people know anything about Billy D. Williams' old school flow from back in the day. He was nothing but a man who was into women. Straight up. Billy D. Williams was the Mr. Pimp. He was Mr. Smooth, Mr. Talks to All. He was the ladies' man. Okay, he was a ladies' man. Billy D. Williams was not somebody who was into wanting to hit this. He was not into somebody who wanted to hit another man. You know, get in. He was about women. That's what his whole flow was. That's what Billy D. Williams was all. That's how he is today, ladies and gentlemen. His character was placed into the Lando vibe. George Lucas saw, let me bring this guy in. I need somebody that's got that smooth talk, that smooth talk to the ladies kind of vibe, real slick, real cool. And if you remember in Empire Strikes Back, ladies and gentlemen, what was it that Lando did when he first saw Leia after freaking Han landed on Cloud City and everything, and he was coming out yelling at Han Solo, "You dirty rotten bastard son of a beep beep beep, you have some nerve coming here." And Han was like, "Yo, what?" And everything, you know. And then of course, you know, it was a big old joke, and he says, "Come here, you buffoon," and he, you know, gives him this, you know, man hug, right? And he says, and then all of a sudden Princess Leia comes walking down, you know, and she just comes down looking all fine as she was and so forth. And of course, a brother, Lando, looks at this and goes, "Dang." He says, "Well, what do we have here?" And walks up passes up on, okay, this is supposed to be a guy who supposedly should be into men or into droids or you know, now they're trying to say he's into droids and stuff. Okay, well, he walks up to Princess Leia and he says, "What do we have here?" And everything. My name is Lando Calrissian. I am the owner of this facility here. And he brings her hand up and, you know, kisses her hand. She's like, "Oh, such a gentleman," blah, 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 and everything, you know. That's because in that period of time, ladies and gentlemen, if you would have looked at that scene, you would have looked at, this is obviously a guy who's into women, okay? Because he ain't going up to C-3PO and go, "Dang, you sure are one, what do we have here? You one fine looking gold droid. Hoo-wee. I could do something with you, and I could do something with Princess Leia. And Han, if you want to join in, we could do something too." You didn't get that. That wasn't the impression that you got when you first saw Empire Strikes Back. For all of us who old school, who grew up with the real Star Wars stuff, okay, the real Star Wars movies, not this bullshit that they're trying to put out there now. I don't consider these stuff Star Wars movies anymore, because all this stuff now is SJW, left-wing political bull crap is what this shit is now. So, if you guys go back, go pull out your old school Empires. Let's go back to school, people. Let's go back to school. Let's go pull out Empire Strikes Back and watch how Lando reacts when he sees the woman, not the droid, not Han Solo, who they're up there trying to say he has some kind of little flirty flow with Han Solo now. What? When did all this come about? Oh, I know, because the SJWs are owning Star Wars now. That's why the writers are a bunch of SJWs. Okay, they're all trying to change our perception of what really is now. It's one thing if you create a character who, you know, brings out that vibe in the movie, and say in the Solo movie there's some other guy in there and make him the pansexual. Cool. That's how he started off. Cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying anything wrong with you being a pansexual and all that and so forth. I mean, that's not my thing. I mean, hey, that's what you choose. Do what you do. Do what you do. I mean, that's how you feel. That's how you feel and everything. You know, that's not me for me to judge, you know. So, but yeah, put somebody else to do that. Why do you have to bring up our iconic characters and all of a sudden you're going to change the flow on that and whatnot? Now that's all good. You know, it's going to be like, oh, well, you know, this is just the way we're doing it now. And, you know, we want to make sure that everybody understands that, you know, we have to have diversity and all this other stuff in our movies now, you know, so that the people that are out there, because there's pansexuals out there that would like to have a pansexual character in a movie and everything. What?
First of all, we're not looking at their sex. First off, we're not looking at all these characters. I don't know why everybody wants to bring up, the sexuality or the race or all this other stuff into these movies nowadays. We look at these characters of who they are. You know what I'm saying? When I liked Wonder Woman and everything, it wasn't just the fact that she's a woman. I just liked the fact that this chick was badass. I always thought the Wonder Woman character was badass and everything from way back. When I first started seeing Wonder Woman on, on television, when Diane, I can't remember the name. Was playing Wonder Woman in the movie. And so forth. And she was freaking the shiz. She was sexy, but she was raw and everything. I used to love the music in that TV series. Ding, 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 ding. Wonder Woman. She's a one for us. She's a Wonder Woman. She's Wonder Woman. Well, anyway, you guys get the point. So, but I liked that. I liked it because she was raw. That's all there was to it. When they made the Wonder Woman movie, when they finally did the Wonder Woman movie, I was excited. You wasn't up there going, oh man, here's another trying to throw a woman in it. I wasn't thinking like that. I was just going, this is a character I grew up with. I knew about from way back in the days, from the Justice Leagues and all that stuff. And, the old TV series from back in the 80s. And I thought, dang, now they finally got a real Wonder Woman movie. We waited for years for a Wonder Woman movie. They kept getting pushed back. They kept getting canceled, So finally they come out with one, and it came out to be the shiz. And guess what? It was a woman that directed it. Yes. And she did an excellent job. I hope she does the next one. I hope she's still the same director that does the next one, because she did a great job with directing that movie. So I'm not tripping on the fact that it's a woman or it was a gay guy that did this, directed this movie. If the gay guy directed a very slamming... If Ryan Johnson was gay, say, I don't know what his sexual preference is, but just say he was gay and everything, and he made Last Jedi the shiz, you think I'd be tripping? Oh, he was gay. Oh, man, these gay people, man. No! I ain't gonna be looking at the fact that he's gay. I'm not gonna even care about what his sexual preferences or who he's hooking up with in bed. That's his privacy. That's his business. His business over there. But make sure that my movie is the shiz. Okay, that's all I care about. I don't care if Mr. Lando is a pansexual or he's bisexual or whatever and so forth, because that's not really what we watched Lando for. We always looked at Lando. If you grew up in my period of time, Lando was just a smooth, cool operator. He was the ladies' man. That's how he was. Billy D. Williams brought that kind of character vibe to all his characters in the movies that he played. And so forth. You never saw him once pandering to another man, to an object, to a goat. He's like, I want to have sex with that goat. I want to have sex with a Wookiee and everything. You didn't see him walking over there to Chewie, hey, Chewie, you sure looking good with all that hair and so forth. No. The first thing you saw Lando do was go right to the woman, because he was about women, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not freaking twist it and freaking trip the whole thing up and so forth. He was into women. That's what it was. Now all of a sudden, we got all this new craziness going on. So now all of a sudden, he's got to be gay now. He's got to be a pansexual, bisexual, whatever the heck. Give a flip. All I want to do is see the old school Lando that I remember and everything, if I was to go see this movie. But see, now that you guys bringing all this stuff up now, and now you guys trying to push even that in there, at first I was thinking, dang, maybe I might see the movie, not on opening weekend, but maybe the next week. I'm not sure if I'm going to see this movie at all now, dude, because these fools are continuously trying to push their bull crap on us, and I'm getting sick of it. I'm getting over it, dude. It's just dumb. Constantly want to freaking put in all this bullshit that ain't nobody thinking about. Ain't nobody out there thinking about, oh, he's a pansexual. Oh. And now you got freaking Donald Glover, who's playing Lando. Now he's double downing on it. Yeah, I like the fact that he's a pansexual because, yeah, he likes to be with all the aliens. He likes to be with a Wookiee. He wants to be with Han. He wants to be with, yeah, I can see it. I dig it. I can dig it. Really? Everything. Why can't we just have whole Lando back again? Cool, suave, cool action character. He was a supportive character. You really didn't need to know so much about his backstory and all this, his sexual flow and everything.
if that's what he was doing, maybe that was what he was doing. I don't need to know about it. All I need to know is about Lando. How Lando was as a badass character was, and how he portrays, his role as a slick Rick kind of cat, that's got the cowboy kind of beam beam shoot 'em up kind of vibe like Han Solo does. I don't want to hear about, oh yeah, he was flirting with Han Solo. Oh, so now Han Solo's gay too and everything. All of a sudden now that's going to have to be the thing and so forth. Everybody's going to be opposite of what they were portrayed as in the original movies and everything. The original movies. So if you guys want to freaking put in some new character that has this type of sexual preference or whatever, by all means, do it. It's cool. I ain't tripping. But don't take our old characters and now all of a sudden you're going to take characters that we all grew up with and we already kind of know their orientation, and you're going to flip the script now on them and change all the freaking backstory and to try to fit your new flow. Because all you're doing is you're going to make people like myself and all the rest of these Star Wars fans out there and so forth kind of go, Even people that are like pansexual or gay or whoever are going to be going, I don't really recall that being that way. Everything, because you're changing it up now. You're trying to flip the script. Stop trying to flip the script to fit what you guys, your little narrative is now. That's what you guys are doing. It's freaking ridiculous. I was thinking about all this stupid shiz and whatnot. So all you're doing is just freaking pushing people more and more back. It's already bad enough you guys are getting bad ratings already on the damn movie. The movie ain't even come out yet. It's already getting freaking low ratings. People on the Rotten Tomatoes is down to 41% of people that want to go see the movie. That means there's more than half the people that would normally go on to go see this movie are not going to go see the movie now. This is what it's dropping down to and everything. It's down to what? It was like 71%. I mean, it first started off at 73% or something, or 72%. I guess when it first started, as far as the critics, giving it Rotten Tomato or tomato on there. Well, I think it's down to like, what was it? On one of the scores, I think on just hardcore critics or something like that. I think that one's like at 66% or something like that. That's crazy and everything. This is what you're getting already, and the movie ain't even come out yet? That's not looking good, Disney. Even if you do make a lot of money on this movie, which you probably will. I'm not going to say the movie's going to fail, but it ain't going to do like what normal Star Wars movies going. Like I said before, I don't know how many times I got to tell you guys this. Real Star Wars, the real shiz back in the real day, lines wrapped around the buildings. When a real Star Wars movie came out. Back in the day when New Hope, Star Wars, episode 1, episode, 2, even 3, even the prequels, you guys. Let's talk about it. A lot of you people hate on the prequels. Personally, I thought the prequels were slamming. Cool, yeah, Jar Jar Binks was whatever he was. But the prequels to me were pretty cool. They told the backstory. And I like a good backstory. I like an origin story and everything. That told the story about our characters that we came to love, like Mr. Darth Vader here. We got to find out how he became who he is in those prequels. And I like that and everything. So, but just saying, those movies had lines wrapped around. I remember when Return of the Jedi came out, dude. People camped out. Tents. And everything out wrapped around the freaking at the Cinedome in Orange County, dude, and everything. And it was like that at the daggum Chinese theater. You used to see people lines down the whole boulevard, Hollywood Boulevard, just boom lines going to see at the Chinese theater there in L.A. There was lines that went all the way down the block. People camped out for episode 1. I remember people were camped out. People couldn't wait. Oh, we're going to get to see it. We hadn't seen a Star Wars movie in so long. And episode 1 came out, Phantom Menace. And even though a lot of people say, the movie was still... I guarantee you a lot of Star Wars fans have that in their collection. Let me show you right now. These right here, these are the last 2 Star Wars movies that I bought that are ever going to be in my collection. I bought Force Awakens. All right, Star Wars Force Awakens, because I thought it was going to go somewhere, even though it was kind of like a a remake of New Hope and everything, it still had some kind of potential to go into the next two movies that would have been freaking raw. It would have built upon these characters that JJ made, and I thought, okay, cool. So this was decent. Plus, I got to see my boy Han and Chewie again. So I was like, damn, this is going to be the last time I get to see those guys in the Star Wars movies. So yes, worthy collection right here and everything. I bought that. I bought Rogue One. I actually thought Rogue One was good and everything, you know? I actually liked it. It was a good movie. The best part of the whole movie was the very end. I'll put it to you like that. When Vader comes in, when this motherfucker, when he comes back into the picture, you get to see Vader like you've never seen Vader before when he's in the full armor outfit. Never got to see Vader do the shiz he did in the end of this movie here. You guys got to watch this movie here just to see how Vader is, how that motherfucker really was. Insane. Ridiculous. Just to see that part is worthy for this movie here. But that's it, people. These are the last two bad boys in my collection. I ain't buying no more. I stopped with Force Awakens. You notice I don't got Last Jedi. Where is it? Somebody, did you get my Last Jedi? Do you know where it is? No. You know why? Because I didn't buy it. I didn't buy the damn piece of crap and everything. Nor will I ever buy that freaking piece of crap. I'm not buying anything from Rian Johnson. Let me let you guys know, Disney, if Rian Johnson is making your Star Wars movies, most guaranteed you will never get my money. Never. I don't care what freaking movie Rian Johnson does. He can make the new Looper movie. I don't care what the frick he does. I will never watch another freaking movie made by damn mother flip neck Rian Johnson. That boy is a pissant, no good for nothing punk. And he's up there freaking talking shiz, and how, if you saw the latest old video on that dude, when he's up there talking about he purposely wanted to make a movie or find a franchise like Star Wars or any kind of big franchise and divide the freaking audience. So he wanted some to hate it and some to like it. So because that would be the real inspiration of making a movie. Really? So you took our movie, our freaking shiz, our beloved Star Wars that all of us fans were loving for so long, and collected all this shiz that all these people have gotten and sold for thousands of dollars on action figures and things of that nature. People ain't buying that shit now because of you, Ryan. People ain't want to go see these movies now because of you, Ryan, and you, Kathleen Kennedy. These two need to be put the frick out of Disney, out of the whole frickin' Star Wars franchise. Get them out, because I'm telling you right now, this is it for me, dude. I'm most definitely not seeing episode 9. Done. I'm done with Star Wars. This was the last. This is the last bit of Star Wars I pretty much bought. That's it. No more. I'm buying no more shiz from Star Wars. I'm done with Star Wars and so forth. I'm going to just focus on old school, where it originated, go back to the times when times were good. Times ain't good no more. This country is getting freaking ridiculous and everything. Ridiculous. I mean, to the point it's gotten so ridiculous, and let's just to kind of get on a side note and everything, because I just had to throw this out there, that dadgum Democrats are so freaking their hatred towards Donald Trump is so hated that they're willing to defend a gang called MS-13, the most notorious, evil, demonic animals. Demonic these motherfucking gang is. These guys are not normal gang. It's not like a normal gang. These guys go around literally just finding people and butchering them, killing them, torturing them, taking their freaking, ripping their hearts out of the chest, that kind of shit. And you got people like Nancy Pelosi, Schumer, and any of these other freaking hardcore left-wing Democrats defending this because Donald Trump called them animals. I'm sorry, I just had to throw that little piece out there because it was something else that was rattling in my head, and it's all colluding with all this SJW and all the craziness that they're trying to push on us, people. They are pushing all this stuff out there on us, and they're getting to a point where they're going to make MS-13 look like they're nice, and that Donald Trump shouldn't call people like that animals? Really? Let one of them motherfuckers come over there and butcher one of your family members, and let me see what you say. Oh, I won't call him an animal because he's a human, even though he cut down my little baby girl who's only 5 years old and chopped her head off and raped her dead corpse. Yeah, I wonder what you would say to that if they did that to your family. Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, freaking Anna Navarro, whatever the freaking that stupid loudmouth witch is and everything. I wonder what you guys would say if one of these things happened to your family members and everything. I bet you guys wouldn't be up there defending MS-13 then. Oh, because they don't want to say MS-13. They want to take Donald Trump's words and say immigrants. They don't want to say MS-13. You notice they took that part out? If you people watch what Donald Trump said, he specifically said MS-13. How freaking stupid do you have to be to not understand that's what he said? And he said it 3 times. So anyway, I'm just going to get off that note because that's going into a whole nother rant. Anyway, back to the whole freaking Lando craziness. It's just basically it all comes down to this, you guys. These left-wing flipnicks out there, and I'm sorry because this is all coming from the left. I'm sorry, it just is and everything. Don't call it a spade. That's what it is and everything. These SJWs, all these flipnicks that are trying to push their little stupid narratives into our more moral senses that we've all grown up with. We've all grown up with old school Star Wars. To come here and tell me now that where's my boy at? Where's my real boy at? This man right here. The guy that played the original Lando. Okay? He was no daggum pansexual, people. He wasn't a pansexual then, and maybe now he's a pansexual because frickin', Disney and frickin' LucasArts and all these frickin' writers and Kathleen Kennedy and all these flipnicks, they want to change all the frickin' narrative now and flip the script and everything. But this man was not a pansexual. He was not into that shiz. He clearly showed it when he frickin' walked up to Princess Leia. He walked past Han. He walked past the droids. He walked past Chewie and everything, and he got his gaze on Princess Leia. He had his gaze on her throughout the frickin' movie and so forth when he first saw her and everything. He was nothing but pandering to her. I didn't see him up there going, hey, Leia, let's go over here. You want to come over here with me and these other droids? I got my old droid L3 or whatever over here. Come on, me and you. Hey, Han, you could join us. C-3PO, I like you too, man. Come on over here. I'm a pansexual. I like all you guys. Let's get it on. No, that's not what freaking happened, peoples. Lando, this guy right here, Billy D. Williams. Billy D. Williams was a ladies' man. That's how I remember him growing up when I was a kid. He was a ladies' man, and I saw when all the movies and in the interviews and all the commercials I ever see Billy D. Williams in, he's always pandering to a woman. So I don't know what the heck you guys are trying to bring in this pansexual bullshit and everything, because that's not what happened. That's not what he's about and everything. Cool, you want to bring that up and make somebody else that? Cool, by all means do that. But don't go back into our old characters and everything, and all of a sudden you're going to switch them up. You gonna switch up switch the script up now? Really? Come on, man. You think we stupid? Ain't nobody stupid up in here seeing that shiz. You guys are freaking idiots if you think you were buying into that mess. The only people who are buying into that are the snowflake college kids and all these other motherfuckers that you're trying to pander to now and so forth. Maybe they'll be eating it up. Oh yeah, that's great and everything. I'm gonna watch the movie now because he's a pansexual. Nobody cared about what his sexuality was. Nobody cares. They just care to see a good movie and everything. If he turns out to be a pansexual, but he was still a badass, then that's cool, whatever. But I didn't need to be known. It didn't need to be told. It didn't need to be told out and put out in Front Street. You're putting all his business on Front Street because that's not the way it was. That's not how it was supposed to go down. Let me live with Lando and the memories that I knew Lando in. Now that you're going to make this movie all about that now, I really don't know if I pretty much now don't think I'm going to go see the movie now. Because you guys are just trying to destroy the whole thing, man. You're destroying everything that we grew up with. And I'm speaking for myself, I grew up old school. I grew up with the old school ways of thinking. Not this new way of thinking where everything is just whatever. There's no boundaries. Stupidness, man. Get real with yourselves, man. You guys are losing fans, and you're going to keep losing fans. And maybe you gain some new little flipnecks who won't stick around like how the hardcore fans did, because the hardcore fans were the only ones that were buying things like this, okay? We were the only ones that would go out and buy this. You go to any normal moviegoer that probably just happens to go and watch a Star Wars movie. He's not the guy that goes out, or she's not the guy that goes out and takes money out and says, "Oh, I'm going to buy this. I'm such a fan. No, only fans buy this shiz, you guys. We're the ones that put the money in. George Lucas knew that. That's why he freaking had to keep, Harrison Ford's character around. Excuse me. So, I don't know what to tell you guys. The shiz has gotten ridiculous. They've turned Lando into I don't know what now. This is my rant on this whole thing. I'm not going to keep going on any further than this. If you guys tell me what you guys think about this. Tell me what you guys think about this. New Lando pansexual thing. If that's going to make a difference for you and all that craziness, you can put that in the comments below and all that. Love to hear from any of you guys what you guys got to say. Because we got a whole world. We got a whole entrepreneur of new YouTubers coming out there, geeks and gamers, world class bullshitters, John Talks Star Wars, SC reviews, these kind of cats. Jessica, all these type of people that are coming out there talking their minds. More and more people are coming out. Just like more and more black people are coming out saying, guess what? We're done being on the Democratic plantation bullshits and everything. Now all us black people want to be on that plantation. Go Kanye. Go on, brother. Say what you want to say and speak your mind. So I'm just saying what I want to say. I'm speaking my mind. I'm letting you know. And I don't ever give a flip about what anybody says out there. I don't care what you think of me. I don't care if you want to call me a racist. You want to call me a freaking... homophobe, a xenophobe, whatever you guys want to call it. Come on, bring on the names. Because guess what? That bullshit don't affect me. I can give two shits what you people think and everything. If you don't like what I say, then don't listen to it. Period. If I don't like a radio station, blink, I flip the station. That's as simple as that. Oh, don't like that song, flip to the next one. Nope, don't like that one, flip to the next one. I don't need to listen to it if I don't want to hear it. I'll kick to the if I can't find a station, guess what? I'll pull out my good old iPod thing here, and all my favorite music songs will be right on this bad boy. And I'll just play that and listen to all my favorites, just like I'm going to do with my Star Wars movies. I don't need to go see any of your new Star Wars movies. You know why? Because they're bull crap. And I'm going to go see my old movies when I want to get my Star Wars fix. I'll go back like I did back in the day. Just pull out my old Star Wars day, have a good old Star Wars day, and may the 4th be with you. I'm going to put on all the old school Star Wars. I ain't putting on all this new stuff that Kathleen and new Lucas and Disney and all these flipnicks. And I'm definitely not going to watch anything made by Rian Johnson. And if JJ, you start going down that same alley, dude, I ain't going to watch none of your shiz either and everything. Because really, I don't care. I'm the one that pays you, mother flips. You guys keep forgetting. We're the ones that put the money in your pockets. Without us, you ain't got shiz. Without us, you ain't got no product. Because you can't sell product if nobody buys this little iPod and everything. Guess what? It sits on the freaking shelf and collects dust. Guess what? Now the people that made this lose money. They lose all the money they put into making this little device because nobody wants to buy it. And when people ain't buying it, you might as well just go, whoop, you're broke and you're out of business and you lost money. Well, guess what, Star Wars? That's what's going to start happening to you. It may not happen to you right away, but it's going to start happening. Trust me, it's going to start trickling down. It's going to get bigger and bigger. You think this backlash against Solo is big? Wait till your freaking episode 9 comes out. Whoo! You guys really want to find out what's going to happen when it really bad? Because definitely, I know a whole megalo people ain't going to go see that bullshit and everything. So trust me on that. So with that being said, TJQUaKe, the ghetto gamer, spend your dollar, save your dollar. Guess what? I'm going to save my flipping dollar on motherfucking Solo. Because if this is what they're going to try to start pushing in my face, kiss my and you know what else. All right? See ya. You guys have a good one. Subscribe if you guys like what you see here. All right? TJQUaKe, the ghetto gamer, I'm out.